Thank you. I'm Inspector Jack Canyon with the San Francisco Police Department. Even though you've all come here tonight to enjoy the beauties of the Persian Club, I regret to inform you that you have come upon the scene of a murder. I will be the lead investigator on this, but I have reached out to an old friend and colleague, the famous Charlie Chan, a detective with the Honolulu Police Department, for assistance. You know, back in the 20s to the late 30s, our paths often crossed as we worked successfully to shut down the Asian gangs, the Tong, in Chinatown. Fortunately, Charlie happened to be visiting in the Bay Area, and I reached out to him for assistance. I think I see him arriving now.
How? Long time since I've seen most honored friend and colleague. How are you?
Charlie, I sincerely appreciate you taking the time to help us with this terrible crime.
Happy to lend humble assistance to honored friend.
Even though we've called on the great Charlie Chan, I'm reaching out to all of you for your assistance in finding the despicable character who committed this crime. All of you, each team has received a notebook. I think this would be a good time for you to start using that. Take notes as we begin our investigation. Charlie, I have assembled most of the people who were here at the club at the time of the murder.
Most excellent. Inform, please. Who are people possibly involved in crime?
Well, Charlie, we should start with our victims. Our victim is a Mrs. Shirley Goldfarb. From what I understand, she's a rich heiress and a regular here at the club. Another regular we had here at the club, local businessman Jake Colombo. And of course our staff, starting with the maitre d', Andre Foulard. There's a cocktail waitress, Dolores Jensen. I know the cigarette girl, Stella West. And of course, our chef, Horace Goodnow. Would you like to question them now?
Certainly. Miss West, you're a cigarette girl here. Is that true?
Yeah, what of it?
Inform, please. Are you related in any way to unfortunate Miss Goldfarb, the deceased?
Yeah, she was my stepmother, but I wish I'd never laid eyes on her.
Why do you say that?
My father was a wonderful man until he fell into her clutches. He provided well for me. Look at me now.
This is most unfortunate for you, I think. Colombo. Monsieur Colombo. You are regular here at the club. Do you come here often?
Yes, I'm here almost every night when I'm not traveling to China for my import-export business.
Import-export. As Chief Detective of Honolulu Police, I have great misfortune to know others in your business. Tell me, please, what line of goods do you trade in?
I don't know who you may have met in my business, but I can assure you I'm a legitimate businessman. I specialize in Oriental products, and I'm always looking for opportunities to keep my customers very happy.
Very happy. I wonder what kind of happiness he speaks of. Monsieur Fouillard, you are maitre d' here. You must know Mr. Colombo quite well, since he has come here so often.
Of course I know Jake. I'm Andre. I know everything and everybody here at the Persian Club.
Well, you think you know everything, but Mr. Colombo being a regular customer here, my question for you is, are you also a regular customer for his?
I have a special interest in certain Oriental delicacies and other exotic practices. Monsieur Jake has been kind enough to supply me with some special items, and
special imports, oriented delicacies. Must consider further, must consider further. Miss Jensen,
Yes.
this cocktail waitress here, do you know Mrs. Goldberg very well?
No. I only knew her as the wife of that hateful man that destroyed my father, Monsanto Chemical.
Monsanto
I
Chemical?
have no sympathy for anyone related to the gold
No
bars.
sympathy. Monsanto Chemical. Chemical. The chemical, very interesting. Tell me, please, what chemical involved in Father's case?
I don't know. I think I've said too much already.
I think this is so. Monsieur Goodenough, you are a chef here at the establishment, and you have a Russian name. Do you originally come from Russia?
That is so.
And what circumstances brought you to America?
In 1932, Boris is member of Russian ski team. He come here to go to Olympics. While Boris is here, he makes many American friends. And they say, Boris, why not move to America? So here I am.
1932 ski team. Also interesting. I had honor of being in attendance at 32 Olympics. Yeah. And Russia did not have a ski team. Yet you claim to be a member of same. How can this be?
Hokey smoke. You know what? Boris got chicken in oven. Okay? Patrons hate when Boris burn food. I'll be right back, okay? Please excuse.
Observe, please. Man who leave room and hurry may have much to hide. Inspector Manning, thank you for calling me in. This is indeed a very difficult case, and we will need much more evidence and careful thought before we may solve. I'm normally assisted by number one son, but he was not able to accompany honored father on this trip. So I'm very happy that you have enlisted the assistance of these wonderful people to help us tonight. They look most bright and energetic, and I'm sure they'll provide great assistance. But one thing still puzzles Charlie Chan. The significance of certain audience member. Confucius say, when gorilla in room, how may others be at peace?
Well, there you have it. That's what we have so far. I hope you've taken good notes. Soon you're going to be asked to go out into Lago Vista to search for clues that will help you all determine who you think committed this dastardly crime and with what weapon. But, before I forget, this is very, very important. You must be returned here to the club no later than at precisely at 5 o'clock.
Hey, you know that won't grow back.
So then Charlie and I can question you on your discoveries.
Let us explain the process by which you will discover clues in Lago Vista. Kindly note that instructions Inspector Mannion will read to you, will go over with you, have been included in materials you received when you first arrived at Persian Club tonight. Please take those out so you may follow along with these important instructions. Inspector Mannion.
You will be going to 12 different streets in Lago Vista looking for colored Ziploc bags. The bag can be anywhere on the street, parkway, shrubbery, signs, etc. But will be partially exposed so that you can see it from your car. When you get to a bag, open it up and pull out your team lettered envelope, A, B, C, D, whatever your team happens to be. Remove only your team lettered envelope. Inside the envelope will be yellow colored clues, which will give you important pieces of information as to who the murderer is and what weapon was used to kill Shirley Goldfarb. Please reseal the bag as best you can. Also, if your clue is the last one, please bring the bag back with you. Continue to look for colored bags on the streets of Lago Vista. Once you have found all 12 bags, return to the clubhouse by 5 p.m.
If I may interject, even if you haven't found all 12 bags by 5 o'clock, please return.
Also in your bag is a bonus, which is a red card with one of the suspects' name on it or a red wild card. At any time during the game, you may bring this red card back to the clubhouse, find the suspect named on your card, and ask that suspect one question. The suspect you are looking for will be somewhere in the clubhouse. They won't tell you if they did it, but they can help you to solve a clue. If you receive a red wild card, you may ask any suspect one question, but you may only use the red card once during the game, so use this card wisely. Once you have found all 12 Ziploc bags, you are to return to the clubhouse with your team to try to figure out who murdered Shirley Goldfarb and with what weapon, based on the clues you have in your possession. Write your answer on the answer sheet provided and wait to be questioned by myself and Charlie Chan. Charlie Chan and I will then discuss the case with you and hopefully discover the murderer. Are there any questions? Good luck to all of you. Charlie and I